really excited about my new blow dryer. I got this black owned brand. Make sure you hit start. And so I'm really excited about that. I tried it for the first time today, and despite what it looks like, my hair is very, very soft naturally. And so, yeah, it's just even more soft right now, which is really cool. Okay, so today's live, we are going to drop some business tips and insight real quick. And then we are also going to just give another update about the Buy Black market. So for everybody who has filled out that form on I'llStopShop.com/Buy Black market, I need to, oh yeah, I need some water. I need to make it clear that filling out that form alone does not finalize your vendor spot. So if you just filled out that form and you never selected a date, you never paid, you are not secured as a vendor, and you have until Thursday to do so. So that's that. I need to make sure I say that first. And I'll double back around that in a minute. Okay, so business tips and insight. Okay, so one of the things we put a really big emphasis on in our business structure is credit. We teach about it. We put an emphasis on utilizing it for leverage and as a fundamental resource in wealth building strategies. So we don't just recommend that you do it on the personal side. Like, it's awesome for you to have 200,000-300,000 in personal credit, but the real game changer is having business credit. And to have business credit, there's some really fundamental things you just need to have in place that hold a lot of weight when it's time to start applying for business credit cards, right? Not just business trade lines. Having a business phone number that is not your personal cell phone number is going to be a super important one. Having a business email address, like, I get that the at Yahoo, Gmail, blah, blah, blah is super and it's free, but having that thing that is yours actually goes a super long way. Having a business site, if you own a domain name, you should have a website. And let me clarify what I mean by that. You don't have to have a full-blown website where it's glitz, glam, and stuff like that. You can have landing pages. You can utilize third-party landing page services, incorporate your domain name for free, and have something that presents itself as a high-quality website for free, utilizing that domain you already own. So it is super important to have something like that because it has a huge impact on your ability to get approved for business credit, which is a game changer. Okay, so alongside all those, I realized a lot of businesses don't know what they are. Like, they just do stuff, right? The Black community specifically, we know how to survive, which is awesome. There's nothing wrong with knowing how to survive. There is something wrong with when you get to a place where you're trying to grow in business and be more sustainable, with or without you having to clock in every day, for you to understand the business fundamentals. And so what I mean by that is you should understand what your business is. You should be able to describe it. Your brand should not just be images of what you sell. While it is awesome, well, your business logo or how you represent your company should not just be images of what you sell. That is awesome, right? It's awesome to allow for people to see that, but it's super important for people to have brand recognition. And a single product or several products is not brand recognition. That's product recognition. You can completely change your business model and maintain brand recognition, right? You cannot completely change your products and maintain product recognition. You change your logo or your label, it's possible for nobody to recognize your company anymore. So it is super important that as you build to have a sustainable business, that you take the time, make the short-term sacrifice, and normally isolated investments to have brand recognition, to have a logo, an actual logo that captures your business, to actually know how to describe your business. Like, it is great to hear about the passionate stuff that motivated it, but that can't be your company's description, because what ends up happening is if that message doesn't resonate or is not relatable to a whole section of your demographics, you miss out on the opportunity to even reach that demographic. Like, it turns off. Like, if I'm all, I mean, granted, you might be able to scale further within that demographic, but if you have to know your product for you to understand demographic a little bit more effectively, for you to understand why being able to describe your business in a way that it resonates with your demographic is important. Some things are gender neutral, some things are not. So if you're in a situation where yours is not, well, you need to really be able to capture the psychographic of your demographic, right? That's what they do and why they do it versus just who they are. Like, a lot of people have black brands, but everybody that's black is not your customer. And it is important to know the difference. So you need a logo, you need a website, you need a business phone number, you need a business email address to tap into business credit, especially if you don't have high volumes of revenue straight out the gate. Like, money does talk to some extent, but it gets a little bit complicated if you don't. You need a merchant's account. A merchant's account goes a long way in your favor, right? It one, it can give you access to capital, flexibility as needed. It can allow for you to automate things. So majority of you who have signed up for the Buy Black Market, here's the awesome thing about that. You don't know me. You may not know my brand. You may not have crossed paths with my company, but we have been able to automate a lot of our things. We have ads running super aggressively. And then, because we are it's very clear cut, and we're very intentional about what verbiage we use and our purpose behind things, that it resonates with who it needs to resonate with. And even if that person isn't ready to execute on the information, they're willing to tag a friend, share it, post, comment on it, or just make sure it magnifies exposure, right? Because it resonates enough. So because you don't know to me, obviously I'm not knocking on your door, or 99% of you, I'm not calling you to say, hey, don't you want to pay me some money for what we're doing? No, 99% of you guys are literally following some automated steps that we put in place one time. It took time. Please understand, the forms y'all are filling out, that was not like a one click done. It definitely, like, all of those words were very important. So it took time, but now the system is in place, and we can rinse and repeat this cycle as many times as we want with different dates, right? So it's super important to learn how to automate. And we shared before some databases and softwares you can use completely free starting out as you build the momentum from your business. Majority of you that even got noticed about this live, it was through a broadcast. What that means is we typed it once, we acknowledged that we wanted everybody that is engaged with us to receive it, and it went out to several thousand people simultaneously. So I'm telling you, automation works. And I have Squarespace is good. I don't know the intricacies that well personally, but I do know it's a super commonly one used. It's an all-in-one. My only thing with Squarespace is similar to my only issue with Shopify, for somebody that doesn't exclusively sell commerce items, which is items that people have to ship to you immediately, is that they start out with fees, and that can be a deterrent for somebody that's just starting out. Drop shipping becomes a lot more beneficial to you, as a service. Oh, it's way better. It's way better options than Squarespace. If you're a service provider, you have Acuity, you have ConvertKit, which has the product section in it where you can literally embed it in. You have the gum something. I can't think of the full name right now, but it's a number of them. It's a number of service provider and consult scheduling and things like that are far better than Squarespace, truly, and free starting out. So yeah. What else? It is super important. We have received a lot of calls from people who were having issues either overpaying, over selecting, not reading. Okay, so if you have gone through the process to register as a business vendor for our Buy Black Market, especially if it was like in the last like 2-3 days, the site is very wordy. It's because every single word is resolving a problem that has arisen from somebody not reading enough. So it's even more wordy. It's like the type of wordy that teaches a kid how to tie their shoe. You know what I'm saying? Without being able to physically demonstrate it. So it's super, super important to be the type of person that reads. Like, it is great to make money, but if you're not willing to take the time to learn, you're gonna struggle in business. Period. There's nobody that thrives in business without the willingness. Oh no, I'm not. You you were if you were one of those people, you were not an isolated experience at all. I promise you. We talked to people from 6 7 in the morning to 11 at night with different variations of things, and we've had tons of emails. So nothing was an isolate. I promise. Nothing I'm saying is like talking about a person. It's talking about a number of us, right? They say the easiest way to keep something from our community is to put it in a book. I bind and rebuke that. That is not true. We are very intellectual people. We have created and been able to sustain telling our history, even though they stripped it from most of our textbooks for decades. So I know that that is a lie, and I'm just telling us to, tap into that reading initiative, because every time somebody says, at this point, if certain people comment something about like being charged that the number that gives it away that they didn't read for us at this point is if somebody says 190 but only trying to schedule one day. That is a dead giveaway for us that you didn't read and you clicked on the box because you thought you could get a discount that way. So it's super important to read. And it's super important, if you're the type of business that's starting to automate, to figure out how to convey your messages without somebody needing to DM you, call you, text you, be able to catch you on live real quick just to get their questions answered. We're going live because a lot of people have never met us. So one, we want you to be able to recognize us when this event happens and you understand who's behind it. Granted, we've been doing these lives past Psalm's bedtime, so y'all have to catch her in person or during the day. And Thomas is over here working behind all of the cameras. So I told y'all my squad is anti-social media, so y'all just gonna have to, be patient with us. I'll be sure to get that to you, Natasha. Definitely reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to share those alternative resources with you. So that's that. It's super important to read. I get that you're just trying to get it done quick, but quick is not always effective. Secondly, if you are one of the businesses, because a lot of y'all on live tonight, I'm feeling it. I love y'all. If you are one of the businesses that will be participating in the Buy Black market one day or both days, check your email. We send very, very intentional emails. We are not just trying to be all up in you. If for you to get an email, that means somebody has to construct an email, and we don't want to just send messages just to send messages. We are sending messages, very informed messages, very helpful messages, very effective messages, to make sure you don't just make a couple of bucks real quick while the stimulus is flowing in the atmosphere and these refund checks is still being received. We want to make sure you have sustainable business growth. So the things that we're sharing in these emails, especially the initial confirmation right after you pay, is to make sure you can sustainably progress and grow your business from here, to make sure you have scalability, and that next go around, you're not one of those people that's literally saving up your money from the moment you hear about the event to the last cutoff date to be able to afford your slot. We want to make sure you have more than enough. So that's super important. If you were one of the businesses we had a number of people reach out from as distributors for brands that like only one person could sell in the facility at a time, fill out that form so you're in the know, because we're going to actually release the date for the next one far earlier, because we're going to take more time to just advertise strategically. Also, our commercials have started what did they do? Our commercials have started airing on the radio today. So you guys, if you listen to 97 Hot 97.9, our commercials are on there numerous times a day, and it's fly. Deadline to register is Thursday. About this event, the deadline to register is Thursday. Yeah. And we still need more food vendors. We only have 2 which is like mind blowing to me because this is like a cash cow for a food vendor. So if you know any food vendors, any food truck vendors, anything like that, feel free to refer them because we're struggling to find them. They all apparently appear to be busy. So if you know some food truck vendors, this is the moment for them to boom. And then secondly, yeah, we're having another one close to back to school. Like, so right around the end of the summer, we'll have a second one. It won't be this high strung. Now that we have the venue that we'll be able to use, we'll have the ability to secure it as soon as this event happens. And we'll do that. When is this? Oh, the one that's I actually got snacks. I think I might have talked to your wife, but the Bad Black Market is happening. Oops. Thomas, come fix this. The Bad Black Market is happening April 3rd and April 4th at North Carolina State Fairgrounds, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. both days. I think that's it. Cutoff day to register is Thursday. So if you are one of those vendors that filled out the form but did not make your payment or select your date that you want to be a business vendor, you still have time to sign up. We encourage you to sign up. This is something that has so much, when I tell you this has so much coverage, we talk to people at least every 10 to 15 minutes about this event. Literally, new people hit us up and I'm not exaggerating. I promise I'm not. That's probably what just killed that phone. Because that's the business phone that just died. People literally hit us every 10 to 15 minutes. They're either commenting, asking us to provide them with some more details. They're sliding in one of our DMs, either one of our personal DMs or one of the business page DMs, or they're sending us emails or calling every 10 to 15 minutes. And now that the radio rotations are happening, we're getting the calls from the people that couldn't figure out how to spell it out from the radio, and they're calling. And today and yesterday alone, we had 50 new vendors, small Black business vendors sign up. So it's starting to get serious. Like, it's starting to really register. So we're putting a huge emphasis on wanting two things that we don't currently have as a part of our lineup. Artists. We really want artists. We had our first artist sign up today. And food vendors. We need more food vendors. Like, I'm telling y'all, I'm not trying to have none of our food providers in the kitchen like slaves preparing food for like several hundred, if not thousands of people. So those are the two things we truly need. If you know an artist, if you know a food vendor, send them our way. Not-for-profits as well. We really want to capture those because there are a lot of organizations that are doing stuff for our community, and we just don't know what we don't know. So it's super important for us to be able to have spaces where we can find them. We are super excited about, I'm gonna mention a couple of vendors that I'm really pumped that signed up. We had a what do they call? A gun training and defense. It's gun training and defense business vendor sign up. We have a live streaming service, TV streaming service sign up, Black owned. We had a realtor sign up today, which was super awesome. I think those were three of the ones that I was super, super pumped about. Those three really made my day. What else? Nah, this is not even, is this the list? This is too much. I'm not about to read all this. It's a lot. But yeah. Yeah. And then there's a not-for-profit doing complimentary services. Well, she's not a not-for-profit. She's a for-profit business, but she will be doing complimentary services on consults on site to help with, I can't remember, something connected to business. We had that's what it was. We had a staffing service sign up today too. So we were really excited about that as well. So we had a staffing service. So if you guys are looking for jobs, this is the plug. Matter of fact, we're hiring people for the event. So if you know somebody that may not be a business, product, service provider organization, but they're looking for work, we're bringing on 20 to 25 event staff for this event to help the small businesses out. We're hiring. Check the I'll Stop Shop page on Instagram, on Facebook. I'll Stop Shop is not personally hiring you. Shift Performances, our staffing agency, is hiring you. But we posted about the hiring, the job openings on Our Stop Shop. We shared the job listing on Our Stop Shop. So check Our Stop Shop's page or check the event invite. Shift Performance is coordinating this event with us technically, and so you can find Shift Performances either way. But yeah, we're hiring. We actually have only had, I believe, like 10 or 12 people apply, and like I said, we need close to 20 to 25. So we're hiring, and we are paying $16 to $20 an hour. Yes, we don't lowball people. Ain't no minimum wage around here. So if you know people looking for work, this is a really great way for them to get several $100s in their pocket in a weekend legally. Non-tax to purse after the facts, because we do not hire employees, we hire independent contractors so that you can understand how to structure your life as a business. Thank you. So I think that covered a lot of the important things. We got to read. I know that comes off disrespectful. I'm fine with that. I'm willing to be sandpaper to make us better. We have to read first. It is annoying sometimes. It will be tiring. That's because your brain is a muscle, and if you do not use it often, it will drain you. So start reading, and start reading intentionally. Take the extra time. Um, Ask questions. We welcome them. We truly welcome them. We have no problem with that. What else? Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Thomas? Cutoff time for registration for any businesses that still want to be a part of this event is Thursday. We do have a payment plan. That's what I was super excited about. We have a pay in 4 payment plan option available through PayPal. Here's the stipulations. You have to have a social security number attached to your PayPal account, or it will not show up for you. You can't have, I'm going to say recently. I'm not going to say ever, because I definitely owe PayPal money from undergrad, but you can't have like any super recent derogatory history with PayPal. So within the last 2 years, you can't have overdrawn or had no accounts shut down due to non-payment or stuff like that with PayPal. But you'll have the ability to pay in 4 payments, and they'll split it up equally in 4 payments. So if you just pay for one day, they'll split it up in 4 payments of $25. If you pay for both days, which I recommend, truly, unless you are truly doing something Easter Sunday, I recommend doing the whole weekend, because what's going to happen is you're going to get the post-Easter church crowd Sunday trying to show off their Sunday best, and then Saturday you're going to get the crowd of everybody that's just pumped to see what it's about. So you're getting 2 different momentums, you're getting 2 different energies and 2 different demographics. So you truly miss out on the scalability and the customer growth potential by only doing one day. I recommend both days, and it's not just because we're doing a weekend event. And so, what is the other thing? Yeah, pay in 4 payment plan option, and that is available. A number of Black businesses that have signed up have taken advantage of it. We can see it on our side when people do it, and we encourage it. By all means, this proves that your growth is going to be there. What else? I think that's everything. Did anybody have any questions while y'all have us? Because it's about to get hard to get us over the phone, where we have our team responding to emails as quickly as we can. Oh, a printing company, a journalist printing company signed up too, which I was really excited about. I was really excited about that. So if y'all have any questions, let us know. Let me look through, because I did see comments here. Definitely interested. What's the deadline? Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. If y'all are local to the Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina area, turn on 97.9. I'm not just because our commercials are on there. It's a Black-owned radio station. So the old Hot 97.9 was white corporately owned. It's a Black family-owned radio station now, and quite frankly, they with it. I really rock with them in a lot of ways. So make sure y'all tune into that. So if you, I forgot the YouTube is right here. My bad, YouTube. If you signed up for both days and can only do one, you can reach out to us via email. If you already reached out to us via email, we'll get back in touch with you. It's been a very busy day. Thomas, look. And then secondly, you have two options. So you have the option for us to refund it, do a partial refund for the day that you can't do, or you have the option to hold on to secure one day for the next event out the gate. Because I believe if you pay for both days, you got a discount. So it's completely at your discretion which way you want to go with that. You just need to reach out with us and let us know. But yeah, we've had a couple of people realize after the fact, so this Easter weekend or something like that, just realize that it's a whole lot of EMC Christians down south. So what's going to happen is they're going to put on their Sunday's best, and then they're going to need somewhere to show it off with all this little stimmy flowing around and pay for new outfits. I don't see, I see a whole lot of waves. I see this. What does this say? This says, oh, no, y'all were super nice. I just wanted to play. I already appreciate y'all. This is so good. Oh, thank you. When is this? Are you free? Yes. Scott Snacks. If you need to hit us up after this, like by all means, feel free to give us a call or send us an email or send us a DM. Honestly, people are doing all of them. Yeah, Thomas, you are the worst cameraman. Y'all don't understand. All right, so if I don't see any more questions, I hope that those tips were helpful, that insight. Understand that we want to see y'all win. That's our entire business model was based around the fact that we were sick and tired of being sick and tired. And we realized that the things that we were doing collectively, right? The ways we were showing up collectively, seeking change to happen, they weren't enough. How do we send a flyer in? I need you to clarify what you mean by that. Explain what you mean by send a flyer in. Oh, I will send you out. Check your email. Check your email for an update. If you were one of the business vendors that signed up before you could upload photos, check your email for the most recent confirmation. I think it says important, read immediately, of something of that nature. In that email, there's going to be a red button at the very bottom that says edit form. Click edit form and you'll be able to upload your business image or logo. Yeah, that's no problem at all. What can we do to get more exposure? More exposure, how? Because there are a number of ways you can get more exposure. Like, do you mean just like how? I would need more clarity on that, because there's a lot of strategies you can use. Quite frankly, some of the best people just do very entertaining stuff or do very appealing stuff, or they're just out there. They're just in your face. They're everywhere. So what type of exposure are you trying to get? What purpose are you trying? What purpose does the exposure need to serve for you? Because it can be popularity. And popularity does not, I want to be very, very clear, especially since I believe I'm talking to pretty much only business. I'm in Indiana. It sucks here. Girl, no, it does not. That's one of the location demographics we target for our free masterclass. It does not suck. They sign up too. So just reach out. I can't look at that right now. About this event. Oh, more exposure about this event. This event is, I just want to let people know we are going to be out. Oh, so we're tagging you guys. We're putting you in the event page. We stopped posting in the event page. We will not be posting the businesses in the event page any longer until after the cutoff date, because it's just too much to try to keep up with which ones were added, which ones weren't. Once we have all of the businesses who will be a part of it, we'll be able to just pretty much knock it all out, and we'll be tagging you there. But you guys are floating through our stories every day, and I will tell you, we're seeing double to triple figure views in our stories every day. So y'all are being seen there. Everybody who finalized their payment, check your email. It is super important to check your email. We send very beneficial stuff to you. One of the things we sent to you was I'm a vendor flyer, exclusively to you that paid. You can post that wherever you want. It's perfectly sized for you to post on Instagram. So if it's perfectly sized for you to post on Instagram, you can post it on your Twitter. You can post it on the Black social media pages. You can post it on your business pages. You can literally post it wherever you want. But that attachment is already in the email sent out to you as soon as you pay, for you to be able to post, or for you to be able to work in. If you recently, if you already uploaded your logo, you you're if you haven't been tagged in a post by us with your business image dead in the middle of the flyer saying I'm a vendor, you will be soon. It's a lot of them, so we're really trying to limit to only posting like 10 a day, so that it doesn't get ignored. After a while you stop clicking, you just like, F it, man, this is too much. And we're also doing little random video clips that are being posted online, like as reels and stuff like that. So we're not tagging you in those, but your business images are floating through with those. So you just have to y'all have to check out social media. So because we're not trying to reach you. You already know. We are trying to bring other people, make other people aware of your business. So with those, we're sharing those, and we're search engine optimizing those, so other people outside of the current vendors see them and engage with them and share them, and based on the insight, it's happening. And then the ads are floating through. So anytime you see one of our ads and you are a business vendor for this, yes, that is being handled by another team member. That's not being handled. The question I'm answering is there a list of total vendors? Yes, that is being handled by another team member. It's still being put together because it does not close until the end of Thursday. So that's when that'll really be provided. All of the details about the Black market. Our goal is to have close to 200 different small Black businesses each day, because that's what the space can accommodate. So the more businesses that can take advantage of this opportunity with this huge marketing campaign behind it, and the thousands of people are, and when I tell you thousands, we have reached close to 40,000 people with our ad campaign already, not including radio. So and we've had hundreds, I want to say close to 1,000, close to over 1,000 just engage on one of the like 8 or 9 ads we have running for this. So yeah, the reach is happening in both directions. If you are a small business that could use the growth, the exposure, and things of that nature, this would probably be one of those once in a lifetime options where you pay $100, $200 and you get thousands of dollars of resources backing your effort. So yeah, there's that. So there's the ads, there's the flyers, which we'll be picking up today, which will be distributed. There is the bandit signs that we'll be picking up this week and will be placed around the city as well, around the area, not just the city. I don't know what you mean by more than one of the same vendor. I need you to clarify what you mean by that. And then we have the radio ads also going 5 times a day. So then there's that. Casual, professional. What would you recommend for attire, dress, or casual, professional? Quite frankly, it's based on your brand. What does your brand represent? Like dress in ways that really kind of allow for you to package your brand presentation most effectively, because that's going to be what's important. Like if you're a barber, you're not going to show up to cut hair, in a suit and tie. But if you are a motivational speaker or something like that, depending on who your target demographic is for clientele, you're going to dress differently. If you're a realtor, realtors kind of have a vibe to them. They don't really you don't see realtors in jeans as frequently or stuff like that. So it's based on your profession. If you're a casual athletic wear company or something like that, dress based on your brand. No, so when it comes to those types of things, I know Paparazzi, Color Street, and Drink to Shrink can't have more than one distributor on site. And so we actually have one of all 3 of those, and it's noted on the page. It's noted on both pages. It's noted on the page that you fill out the initial form, as well as noted on the page that you start to prepare to pay. So we're very, those distributors have communicated with us that they're only allowed to have one on site. And we have been proactively made sure to communicate that so there are no conflicts with their contractual agreements in that regard. So no, we won't have more than one of any of those because they're not allowed to. And so what would you recommend? I just answered that. It's really at your discretion. We'll have a photographer. That's one of the things I did want to mention. It's not mentioned anywhere, but definitely come ready to make sure your brand is presented in a way that truly magnifies what you want to be reflected, because we will have a photographer on site, and one of his sole responsibilities is to make sure to capture your brand footprint in the best way possible. Thank you. This shirt is actually, where's the shirt at? This shirt is available for sale. I believe it'll be available for sale at the event, but it's also available on our site. Once I end the live on Facebook, we typically tag where you can grab it from. Thank you. I love the shirt. I love all of our shirts. All of our shirts just reinforce what we do in business. And so, yeah. So make sure you really have the forethought about what your presentation of your business will look like. I know it seems like, oh, I'm just trying to make some money. I'm not really worried about that. No, it all matters. How you present your business matters just as much as what you sell. So give yourself a little bit of time. If you already have a table, if you already have your setup idea in mind, lay it out. Try it out at your house if you have the space. If you don't, then you might want to etch and sketch it somewhere to just test out the theory, because that presentation, one, it's gonna stand out in photos, but then also it makes it either appeals or it deters attention from you. So my number one piece of a recommendation for anybody that is already signed up as a business vendor for this event, please, please, please prepare yourself for what you want to be reflected. We hadn't reached out to any news outlets or big organizations like that, but they're starting to reach out to us. So it's very possible that some footage of your business or your brand could end up on media outlets such as that too, outside of our photographer going to do the effective capturing. And our photographer is bomb. Like, we fell in love with him off a casual photo he took of us somewhere. And that's why we were like, okay, cool. And all of our resources on the back end, please understand, we do business with Black businesses. Our printing company is Black. Our shirt, the shirt company we use for all the business shirts is Black. Our photographer is Black. Who else we use for this? Our graphic designer is Black. Huh? Banners, the person who makes our banners is Black. The person who's writing our press release is Black. Like, we are truly about every dollar that leaves us is going into empowering more Black businesses far outside of the ones that are even benefiting on the media. And we're very, very intentional about that, because those are the types of things that sustain our community. So yeah, if you guys don't have, one more question I got. I'm a vendor email. So yeah. So if you have the email that says I'm a vendor image in it, then you're paid, you're finalized. So if that's the case, save that image, because that's the image you can share is on social media as much as you want to. You can tag us in it. Anytime you tag us in it, we'll reshare it. So by all means, feel free to tag us, because what's happening is the ads are directing a lot of traffic to us. And in the event you learned about this event on Instagram first, you have no idea how many people are engaged with this unless you get on Facebook. Instagram is really not even hitting on I don't know who that is, so we need to double check that. Instagram is not even capturing not even a tenth of the demographic that we have engaging on this. The event invites, if you check Facebook, have over like 500 responses on them for the weekend already, and that's going to be going for the next several weeks. All of our ads have hundreds of people engaged. It has anywhere from 70 shares to several hundred shares on them. And even when you look in the comments, people are tagging businesses, people are tagging friends, people are making plans to attend. So when I tell you we are going hardcore on this, we're going hardcore on this. We're not holding no stops back, because these are the things we've always felt our community need. And we were trying to toe that line in doing it for a while, but we're finally at a place where we have the resources and we have the necessary backup to be able to do this unapologetically without any type of financial insecurity. So that's what we're doing. And we're not asking for permission, and we're not making no excuses, and we're not figuring out how to do it politically correct. We are for us, by us, with us being prioritized, point blank, period. When you sign up and pay, do you have to attend both days? No. A lot of people have signed up to only participate in the third because it's a Saturday. It is in your best interest to participate both days, but it is not required at all. In the event you are only signing up for one day, you don't sell food or drinks or snacks, you don't even need to do any. You need to fill out the form, hit whatever date you want to be a part of the event, and just check out. You don't even have to worry about any of the add-ons unless you need like tables, chairs, extra shirts or something. But yeah, it's not required to do both days at all. Only asking because I'm getting married on the 3rd. Congrats. I really want to attend this event. I can only make it on. Congratulations. Yes. I hope it's Black love. I don't want to assume, but congratulations. That's awesome. I'm an April's baby. So anybody that does anything significant in that Aries territory, you're destined to win. What does this say? It says, yeah, I don't see y'all saying nothing on YouTube. Y'all be here loyal, but y'all don't talk. So Facebook said, I'm a vendor. Yeah. Do you have any hotel recommendations? I'm a vendor for both days, so I'm trying to get everything done. Hotel recommendations. So if you're gonna do hotels, quite frankly, look up RDU. It's a lot of high quality hotels right there off of Page Road. Yes, Black Lip. Listen, yeah. Yes, I love it. So in the event, look up RDU Hotel. It's a lot of high quality hotels right there around the airport, but also right off of Page Road, which is like 2 exits away. All of it is in super close proximity to the facility. North Carolina State Fairground is like super close to all of that. So you'll be able to take advantage of a lot of high quality hotels. I believe it's Hilton's, Embassy Suite. I believe it's a Marriott as well. But yeah, you have options. We are the last people to recommend rinky dink anything. We did it once in West Virginia. We'll never even do it again. $200 for a room sound like a discount at this point. You understand? So, but there are plenty of options for you. I'm also April 25th. Happy early birthday. Yeah. So this is my full transparency. The reason why we're doing this event with such a short turnaround time, I wanted to do it in March because this is the last year of my 20s. And I have been talking about how possible it is to be self-sustainable for a long time, and not in a way where you're trying to ignore or avoid or push away other groups, but to prove that you have capacity. And one of the things that I said I was going to prove to myself is how capable we truly are. You know, we're funding projects and all that, but I said that was what I was going to do. And I wanted to do it at a time where it had the most impact on me. And so for me, my last year, my 20s was one of those that I said, I have to do something that truly just brings full proof of concept full circle. And this is that. You know, we've done so many events at North Carolina State Fairgrounds for other groups, for other generations and ethnic groups and businesses and brands to be able to build their wealth. But we have never done anything for us in this place where it has so much traffic in it and it generates so much revenue from business. It has never really done anything that added true value to the Black community. And I'm not saying that to, add no fuel to the fire or anything. I became very intentional about trying to make sure we can combat that in an effective way, where it wasn't just us telling people to do something or expecting a change to happen, but being the change we wanted to see. So this was my let's just execute. Proof of concept is all that needs to be done, and then people will follow suit, or we'll build momentum to effectively scale and progress and impact even more quicker. Either way, it it has the great results that we need for our community to reap, right? Um, and so I'm super excited. My birthday is April 9th. So this event is like happening right before, and I'm clearly crazy because we're putting this whole thing together in 4 weeks because it took us so long to get approved for a venue. But I'm pumped about it, and I think you guys are gonna have an amazing time. Whether you're a business there, whether you're somebody that's just trying to show up and exist in that Black excellence, and we want to see y'all win. That's the end all be all of it. Like we genuinely want to see y'all win, and we care a lot. Point blank. Period. So yeah. So if you guys, this phone just died again. This phone hates me. We just got to upgrade that phone this week. It's fine. So if you guys have any questions, we're here. We'll be here all week. We'll probably be doing like super short lives at any point during the day for the rest of the week, just to answer any random questions. This is the only one we do as a weekly live that gets saved on our YouTube. So if you can't find it anywhere else, it will be on our YouTube under our lives thing. If you are a business that have not set up your merchant accounts, please do that this week. I have a tip for you. If you're one of those businesses like, I ain't trying to get a merchant account, I'm not trying to pay all those fees, you can be referred to Square. I'll double check if you can be referred to PayPal and reap similar benefits. And if you're referred to one of those two, you can waive the first $1,000 in sales merchant fees. So that means the first $1,000 you receive as a new business with a merchant's account there, they will waive the 1,000 your first $1,000 of sales in merchant fees, which is awesome. So that's 3% of your earnings that you keep in your pocket. So in the event you're just feeling some type of way about opening it up because you don't want to pay, that's a great way to start. I promise you'll see the impact immediately on your business. The people that you may have missed before because they couldn't swipe their cards are going to be ready to execute. So that's the first thing that I need to make sure you guys do. Secondly, if you filled out the form because you were interested but you have not paid, I'm telling you to pay because you might miss your opportunity. And I'm telling you, these STEMI checks that started to flow out. So everybody that sells anything under the sun has started to pay. We've had over 20 signups just today alone. So do that if you really want to be here and you want to execute. If you guys know a few food vendor artists, send them our way. We really need them. We want to make sure y'all don't go hungry or nobody start ordering through Uber Eats or nothing on the spot. That's it. I love you guys' life. I'm tired. Like, this is the most talking I like to do at this point. We're picking up flyers. Oh no, I lied. This is the last thing. We're picking up flyers today. So if you're in the event, you're one of the businesses that wanted to grab some of the flyers to give out about the event, reach out to us and we'll get some flyers to you because we had thousands of flyers printed for the event that we are picking up today. So in the event you personally want to grab some of the flyers to share about the event or to have to distribute or things of that nature, reach out to us. We will coordinate how to get you some flyers sent to you or delivered to you so you can distribute them about the upcoming event as well, because it is free to the public. Are the vendors full yet? And how much are the fees? No, none of the vendor slots are filled completely yet. The vendor fees vary based on what you offer. So vendor fees vary from $100 a day to $250 a day. $100 a day is for okay, maybe I should start from the top up. $250 a day are for food vendors. So if you are selling prepared foods, whether you make subs, hot dog rolls, cooked meals, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, all of that, food vendors. We know the difference between a food vendor and a snack vendor. Snack and drink vendors are $120 a day. In the event you sell groceries, however, so your coffee beans or your herbs or your seasonings or what else is groceries, anything that you normally would need a cup or something else to start to break it down and prepare to consume it, cereal, stuff like that. You would be considered a grocery vendor. And if oatmeal, right? If you're considered a grocery vendor, you fall under other. So other is everybody else. So the clothing, the service providers, product providers, all of those things, and groceries, yada yada yada. Those all fall under other, and those are $100 a day. And then non-for-profits are $100 for one day, but then it drops to 80. No, it's not. Non-for-profits drops to 160 or 170 for both days. So in the event you're a non-for-profit or a marketer, right? You're not selling anything on the spot. You would fall under that non-for-profit area, and you pay 170 for both days. But if you only do one day, it's $100 with the rest of the other folks. So yeah. The fee is it seems like you might have been late to the party. The fee is capable of being put on a payment plan. So some of the things we had a nail technician sign up. That really made me happy because we stopped going to Asian-owned businesses after the coronavirus did Africans the way they did. But so we have a nail tech as well on spot. But we are looking for other types of service providers like that. So your hairstylists, your lawyers, your therapists, services like that as well. And all of those will fall under other as well. So the base fee for 90% of the people who have signed up has been 190 for the weekend, or $100 a day. In the event you found yourself paying more than $100 a day and you fall into those categories, you might not have read something, which is why I put an emphasis on that. Or you might have been clicking on an unnecessary button. If you are only doing one day and you fall under a non-food, drink, or not-for-profit, then you literally don't have to select an add-on at all. You just hit the calendar date and check out, and you'll only be charged $100. So yeah, I think that answered everything. Oh, let me say this real quick. Alcohol vendors, because initially we said no alcohol, right? So technically, alcohol vendors can be on site, especially those mobile bartenders. You can be on site. You cannot have alcohol on site. So you can pretty much expose your services, right, as a mobile bartender and stuff like that. Or you can take pre-orders for your product, but you cannot sell it on site. You cannot distribute it on site. And I don't just mean in the facility. I mean on site. None of the North Carolina State Fairgrounds permits you to do that without you having to pay a couple of $100s for permits and stuff like that. So yeah. Hey, Cam is going to come down here with his real estate investing company, and he's going to advertise that as a marketer at this event. That's what's going to happen. So when y'all see Cam, make sure y'all ask him about his real estate investing company, because that's what he's supposed to be coming from Virginia to talk about during this event. Whoop, whoop. All right. Can't wait to see you, Cam. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I don't see any more questions in the comments. So we love you guys to life. We're going to see if we can we go pick up those flyers tonight? Did he say yes to that? Awesome. So we will have flyers by tonight. So in the event you guys need any of those, reach out to us. We'll get them to you in a timely fashion. Good night, all. And we can't wait to see you April 3rd and April 4th. Whoop, whoop. Listen tonight, Hot Night. If you're local, listen on. Actually, you can pull it up on the internet. That's how I've been listening to it. Hot 97.9. I'm telling y'all, their station is fire, and you'll learn about a lot more other small Black businesses under every industry just by listening to it, from car rentals to tax people to tire companies to everything in between. So good night, y'all. I feel like this live has been long. Thomas, you technically supposed to be cutting these off. You're not doing your job. I'm about to fire you. Good night, YouTube. We love you guys. You are truly the best. You're always the most patient. Y'all show up faithfully. And we care about y'all.